Hi guys! Today we're going to be talking about Heart of Dakota, preparing hearts for His glory. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Sasha. I'm the blogger at suchatimeasthis.com. I'm also on Facebook at facebook.com/suchatimeasthis blog. And I want to tell you about one of our favorite curriculum. We're using it now. We're on week 3 of our school year. But we started using this curriculum back in January of this year. And we started using it right before our 6th baby was born. I knew I needed something easy and something that would get done every day for our kids. And this has been it. I have been homeschooling for, like I said, almost, we're in our 6th year right now. And it has been a journey, and I've really fallen in love with the Charlotte Mason philosophy of homeschooling. And I'm really more of an eclectic homeschooler. But as soon as I found this curriculum, it is the best of both worlds. It's actually exactly what I needed right now. Carrie Austin is the writer of this curriculum, and she made it so it's for us moms that have kids at home, and that we cannot be worrying about which books we're going to read when, and it's all written out for us. So I wanted to share with you the guide that I'm doing and my favorite books from it. We love the history. This is a world history curriculum, so it starts with ancients. It starts actually with Bible history, goes through all the ancient times, and it goes through to the modern day. We are in week 16, like I said, so we're still in ancients. We're finishing up ancient Greece right now. We just finished last week the Greek and Persian wars, and we love it. We love the history project. So the kids are able to do the fun, easy projects that actually get done in this house, because I don't have a lot of extra time to go searching around for all kinds of things to buy. But we actually just did one that was these little teeny ships that they would have used in the war for the ancient Greece. So these ships were made out of just tinfoil and paper and little index cards. But they were so fun for the kids. They drove home the point of what these boats look like, and they actually can float, which just made everybody's day that they actually float. So the projects get done. They are easy. Also, the science is woven in with the history. So I love that. I love that it all sort of makes sense to the kids. We were doing when Exodus, when the Israelites left Egypt and they were walking through the desert, and we studied deserts, and we studied, it's actually one small square book is what the book was called, in the desert. So we studied animals and plant life and what the temperature and climate's like, and all kinds of stuff to do with deserts at that time. So I love that it's all so thoughtful and so laid out for us. I also love that the kids are able to be more independent with this program. We have 2 kids that are using it currently, a 5th grader and a 3rd grader. And when they started, so they were in 2nd and 4th, because we just started our new school year, it has made the difference for us in getting our kids to be independent. They are able to use dictionaries and encyclopedias online to look up their own vocabulary words and their own history terms that they need to understand. Today they're studying Greek pottery as part of history, and they did that on their own. They looked it up online, they were able to find out the information, and then I asked them the questions to see if they comprehended it. So I love that they are being challenged in that way. They have parts of research projects, they have vocabulary, they have some Bible time that they have to do on their own, and they have their independent history, which is also one of my 5th graders' favorite things. It's an art drawing book right now, which they draw through history, and then they have to write down some text that goes with it. So it's both copy work and drawing, and it all flows together with what we're reading, the read-alouds, and with the science. So those are the things I love. I was going to share with you some of my favorite books that we're using right now. Let me see if I can get these. Okay, so the one is, the history text is A Child's History of the World, and this has been really, really great. It's written for children, but it's a read aloud that I read to them. And one of the things I love, I'm actually enjoying this book probably as much as they are. I love it because it was written about 100 years ago. And so while it's historically correct, it's also a whole other part of history because we're reading from the point of view of the author who lived 100 years ago. So some of the references are a little old, but I absolutely love it. So I'm explaining to the kids how what made sense back then and it's different now and that kind of thing. It's a fun book to read. This is one of the many One Small Square books that go with the science curriculum. This was the Arctic tundra that we did. There's the desert, and I think there's a few others. I can't think of them off the top of my head. And also Grandpa's Box. This has been a really great book, and this actually goes through Bible history from the very beginning, and it talks about how it sort of weaves together a war between God and Satan, and how each character in the Bible, each main character that you would know about, has a separate chapter in this book. And it's just a grandfather talking to his two grandkids and explaining it in ways that's really easy for the kids to understand, and it really puts a whole new spin on things, and it kind of gets you thinking, and I've enjoyed it too. I really have enjoyed all the books that she has worked into this curriculum, and I'll share with you the guide, how the guide is laid out really quickly. Let me see if I can flip this around. So as you can see, today we're doing Unit 16, so we read through the child's history of the world, which is what I just showed you. It tells the chapter, it tells the page numbers, and then it also asks questions to the kids to get them thinking about it and seeing if they are comprehending it. It also lays out the history project. It tells also in these little boxes which is for the teacher to do and which is for both the student and the teacher to kind of work together. And then the I is for the independence, which is supposed to be totally independent. Here's what they're researching today. And this is a separate story time. So that is called the left side of the page. And then you get to the right side, and there's where the science is. The math, which you can choose your own math program, or you can use Singapore. We currently are using CLE math, which is a different math. Language arts, you can choose one of these things, or you can do your own program. We do our own. There's the poetry time, and a separate Bible study. There are times when there's Bible included in this time, and so sometimes you can, and it'll be for different themes of it. So it's been really, really great. Well, that's all I have for you today. I'm so thankful for everybody that's watching today, and I hope you guys join me on my blog at www.suchatimeasthis.com. You can also join my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/suchatimeasthis blog, and I hope to be doing more of these Periscopes. This is my first one, and it's so exciting to be on a new social media like this. So thanks again. See you next time. Bye-bye.